Okay, now part two. We make it onto the plane, had to check our bags, and we go to our seats. I think we had like, what we was in? We had like F and G. So we thinking F and G is like window seats. F and G is not window seats. F and G is middle, you know, middle two of the aisle seats. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, this is an international flight. And this is my first time flying on one of these big planes where, you see in the movies where they got the middle row. So they got the side row, there's two. Then they got four in the middle. Then they got two on the other side. Yeah. So it's like 8 rows, right? It's my first time flying on a big plane like this. So I'm like, okay, cool, cool. Leg room was good. I'm not gonna hold you. Delta flight, leg room was cool. The flight was cool. You know what I'm saying? Not only was it cool, it was cold. So what I will suggest to you is if you find yourself on an international flight, right? Yeah, you find yourself on an international flight, man. Yeah, yeah, bundle up. Bundle up. I'm talking about like bundle up because you already know, and I get it. There's a bunch of people, so you gotta keep that temperature a certain level. It's people with their hot breath. You know what I'm saying, they germs. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like 60 something degrees. Like those germs can't spread. I get it. I get it. I get it. I ain't tripping. But it was cold. You know what I'm saying? So every once in a blue, I took my shoes off. Then I had to put my shoes back on because it was, you know what I'm saying, my feet was getting kind of cold. 7 hour flight, six and some change, round up, whatever. Delta got the movies. I do think that on the international flight they had more movies because I know I be flying a lot. And I think there was more movies. There was like 16 pages of movies, but I'll let you know when I go back to Atlanta if there was more or less. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, um, tapped into a movie. You know what I'm saying? What movie I was watching? Den of Thieves Part Two. I started watching it before, so I just caught like the last stretch. Remember, we didn't eat. We starving. I look over to the left. Vicky sleeps. She sleep. I'm like, damn. I felt bad. Like, man, she's so hungry. She went to sleep. Now, mind you, I've been, eating on some trail mix, and it's only so much trail mix could do. Told you I bust down a bag of Ruffles. So they bring out the food. So in the midst of them bringing out the food, the aroma of the food, yeah, I'm like, oh, what is it? What's it? Endorphins, whatever it is, right? Cool. All right. So what ended up taking place is they had a a meatless option. It was like some mushrooms, ravioli mushrooms with like zucchini and artichoke toppings, red sauce, cheese, provolone, whatever. It was cool. It fit. It fit. I'm not sure if I already ate that I would have ate it, but it fit. They had some type of cold salad. Um, had bean. I want to say it had black eyed peas and it was cold. I don't know. I busted, ate a couple scoops because it had like the Italian dressing on it. So it was, ate a couple, but the beans was kind of hard. Corn was good. Tomato was good. But, it gave you that, that cold salad vibe. All right, cool. And then it had a fudge brownie. The fudge brownie hit the spot because I ate all my food only because I knew I wanted to have a couple drinks before I went to sleep, right? So I knew that I had that, what I'm saying, layer the stomach. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to mention that I did eat a pack of crackers too. Had a pack of wheat crackers, little bite-sized pack, and I bust those down. And so I layered the stomach so that I could take a couple shots. You know what I'm saying? Pass out on the plane. Nonetheless, the food was cool. I ain't tripping. It's the first time I had dinner on a plane. Um, and I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the back of the plane at any point in time, get you some snacks, get you a drink. You know, if you want a tea, a coffee, some juice. I went and got me some juice to mix with my, you know what I'm saying, tequila. You know what I'm saying? Not tequila, part of self. My special potion, right? Special potions. I mix a special potion in with the juice, and yeah, that pretty much was that. So we made it. We made it. You know what I'm saying? Flight was cold. You got movies galore. You're gonna get you some dinner. You're gonna get you a snack. They had like, but they served breakfast too. It was like a little empanada of cheese and spinach. I passed on it because you know, like I had two of these. When they came by, I was like, I'm good. So I'm good. They woke me up. I was like, I'm good. Then I woke up again. And I'm like, dang, you know, because maybe like the aroma woke me up. I'm like, but I ain't tripping because I knew once we landed, it was time to eat. It was time to give me a coffee, pipe up. It was time to give me a croissant. You can't use a T when you say croissant. It's croissant, right? And I knew it was time, you know. I knew once I made it, like I was gonna eat, so I wasn't really tripping. Um, Probably could have ate the egg and spinach and cheese joint, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool, I ain't tripping. We landed. The landing, the landing on a big plane is not like the landing on a little plane. You do not feel the landing on a big plane. You don't feel the landing. I will say that. So I don't know if it, you know, does you any good with that information, but you don't feel the landing. So, anyways, we get our bags. You know, go through customs, get our bags, and it's a bit tricky, you know, because pretty sure there was a shuttle that we could have took to the hotel, a bus that we could have took to the hotel, but we don't have any knowledge of that. So we hopped into a cab, $33, drove us like 15 minutes away, $33. We gave him 40. He was cool. Talked up a good conversation, gave us some information. You know what I'm saying? And then we tapped into the hotel. You know what I'm saying? We checked in. We was early. It was like 9 o'clock. It's like, oh, your rooms will be ready at 2. We like, cool, take the luggage. They took the luggage. They gave us some information about hopping on the bus. We hopped on the bus and we went to town. That's part 2. I will give you part 3 in town, the in town experience, what happens next. I give you part 3 next. I just need a break. Let me get a break, right? All right.